Have you ever had the experience of a sudden memory recall prompted by, for example, an aroma, a smell? You are going somewhere, suddenly you smell something that smells familiar, and you recall some memories from your early childhood. And they are very, very vivid because the smell, the aroma brought about the memory in a very vivid form. So this to me proves that the memory that we can not easily recall, the memory that is deep memory, is actually there at all times, and it actually can be brought to light, can be brought to the front and remembered. If you are meeting someone for the 5th time and you still don't remember their name, that person might take umbrage at that, might be really unhappy about that. So you have to remember their names, you have to remember some commonly known facts. For example, that, I don't know, let's see, Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1592? No! 1492! Who discovered Canada though? Can you remember that? Canada was discovered by JC guy, like Jesus Christ. His name was Jacques Cartier. No! Jacques Cartier came in 1534. Another JC discovered Canada. His name was John Cabot. Actually, his name was Giovanni Cabotti, and he was from the same city as Christopher Columbus. And instead of going with the Spanish ship, he came with a British ship, so he was called John Cabot. Anyway, the point is that you have to come across as a knowledgeable person. And if you don't know these things or some other well-known things, then you come across as an ignorant person. That is not so good. There is one more thing that one should remember about memory. One should remember about remembering that actually our memory that is at the forefront, it's a kind of easily accessible memory. This memory may be sometimes beneficial because we want to remember facts and we want to remember people's names, etc. It may be sometimes a hindrance if we remember some bad things. But this memory is just the frontal lobe memory, or wherever it is located. Perhaps it is not in the front, but anyway, this is the stuff that we remember easily, so it's at the surface. We can imagine that it's at the forefront. But the deep memory, inside the deep memory that we cannot easily recall, that memory, I believe that it stays with us all the time, and I believe that it's a perfect memory, and it never fades away. And when we die, we recall all the events that we had lived through. I believe that, and I believe that therefore whatever we do is always seen and always stays in our journal of events of our life, inside our heads. And this memory, it is like a film, and it's not ever deleted. So when you do something bad, be careful, because deep inside your body you know you did something bad for the rest of your life, and you will punish yourself after you die by choosing less fortunate reincarnation perhaps, or you will punish yourself during your life by making yourself miserable in whatever way. Maybe physically sick, or maybe mentally unhappy, or whatever other way. So be careful with what you do, because everything stays in your mind. This is my belief. You know, you may have your own, but from what I have seen and experienced, and from other people's accounts, I think it is correct to assume that this deep memory stays with us at all times. And this is kind of like God knowing everything about what you are doing. And also, I wanted... Yeah... What did I just can't remember what I wanted to say. I just received a phone call from one of my students saying that they are waiting in front of my school. Meanwhile, I came to my house, which is half an hour away from the school. Why? Because I forgot that they had the class. I came to my house, I was gonna have something to eat and take a nap. That was my plan. Well, there you go. They called me, they said they are waiting there. Now I have half an hour to drive, and they will be waiting for half an hour. Not good. See, eating and driving is not good either. What's the problem? I think it's my brain. I have serious problems. I try to be a good guy. I try to remember their names and the appointments I make, but it doesn't work out. So that's how I lose my students. I'm lucky that there are many people who want to study here, so I can get new ones. But the old ones are disappearing very soon after they realize how bad my memory is. Oh well, that's life. See ya.